Starting with the THERABAND in your foot, you're going to control the leg down using your lower abdominals. So draw your belly to your spine and don't let that belly pop up into your hand as you take the leg down and bring it back up. So 10 to 15 with a nice straight leg until you feel that hamstring stretch. If that's quite easy, you can do this with the other leg floated at a tabletop right angle position. This will just make it a little bit more challenging on your abdominals. However, if you feel that you can't control this, place your other foot back down on the ground until you're ready to increase to this level. Then you're going to do a split stretch. So both legs straight. You're going to control those legs like scissors down and up while you're breathing. Again, if this is too challenging, keep your other leg on the ground and keep going with your straight leg THERABANDs. So now you're going to bend and straighten that leg that's in the THERABAND. So start at a right angle, draw your belly in and stretch it long. Keep your arms still so your resistance is nice and even on that THERABAND. A lower progression, of course, is with your other leg staying on the mat. A harder progression is to crisscross those legs. So one in, out, like bicycle pedals, in and out. So go at your own pace, keep that belly drawn into your spine and keep your breathing going. Well done. Then you're going to do the same on the other leg. So either with the leg on the ground or at a right angle. I'm just going to give you some different variations. This time you're going to do hip circles. So you can do either on each leg and obviously even it up. So circling in each direction. Breathing and drawing that belly in. So if you can't control it, plant the other leg down on the ground. Otherwise, harder progression, the other leg at a right angle. And then those scissor kicks again, alternating with straight legs up and down. Keep it in the range that you can control. So smaller movement is easier, bigger movement is going to be harder to control. And then that bending and straightening of that THERABAND leg. Breathing out to stretch, in to return. So THERABANDs provide nice resistance for your muscles. You need to make sure you control the movement in both directions. So a progression is to add that bicycle kick with the other leg. So one in, one out. One in, one out. So lying on your back, feet on the ground, THERABAND in your arms, shoulder width apart. You're going to pull that THERABAND down to your chest as you roll up into a bridge through your spine using your glutes and even pressure down through your feet. Then you're going to stay up in a bridge and do 10 to 15 arms. So pulling on that THERABAND, elbows out to the side. And working through that chest and then rolling back down. On all fours, you're going to pop the THERABAND around your foot, hold it in the same hand on the ground. In an all fours position, you're going to press that leg behind you, even tension on that band. And draw that belly up towards your spine, keeping a nice straight back and level pelvis. So here you need to maintain stability around your hips and your waist. So bent leg to straight and then straight leg kicks. Pulse that leg up and down into the THERABAND. 10 to 15, keeping that pelvis very still, holding the belly to your spine. And then circles with a straight leg in one direction and then circling again in the other direction. Then changing legs, you can do the same on the other side. So holding with your arm with the THERABAND and pressing through that foot, bent to straight leg. Try and keep the pelvis very steady. This can be quite challenging, so you need to use your core muscles at the front of your belly to keep that pelvis nice and still. And then progressing into straight leg pulses or circles. 8 to 10 in one direction and 8 to 10 in the other. You can see how my back is moving here a little bit, so you really need to hold that belly in, keep your shoulder blades down, and keep your pelvis level. Next, we're going to do some arm exercises with the THERABAND on all fours. So you need to hold it with your opposite arm and bend your elbow in to do a tricep press. So again, focus on that lower belly, drawing up towards your spine and your back staying really still. So 10 to 15 tricep presses. You can hold the band tighter for more resistance or looser for less resistance. And then we're going to bring the arm out in front of you. So again, nice tension on the band, keep your shoulder blade down, draw your ribs up, belly to your spine, and straight arm lifts. So 10 to 15. And then we're going to do the other side with those arms. So tricep press, elbow tucked in, straighten and bend. Keep that belly lifted. And then forward arm floats. In front, straight arm. Into a kneeling position, you're going to pop the THERABAND under both knees and you're going to lean back as far as you can control, holding that belly to your spine. So bicep curls here. So tension on the band, as little or as much as you'd like. Keep your shoulders down, keep your belly in, and bicep curls, staying back. If you want a little bit more challenging work through your core, you'll also feel this in your thighs. Then you're going to hold the THERABAND at chest height with tension on the band. Lean back, pull the THERABAND to your chest, press forward, and then coming back to kneeling. So using your core again, hold your belly to your spine, try not to arch into your lower back, and leaning back just as far as you can. So everyone will be a little bit different here. Again, you'll feel this in your thighs as a thigh stretch, but you want to use your chest and your belly as well. So breathing. You can go forward, back with a press, or you can stay back and do some arm presses while you're back there. So this is quite challenging on your core to keep you in a nice straight line. Then we're going to stay back and do some arm floats. So again, holding that belly to your spine, keep your shoulders down, tension on the band, and float those arms overhead. And then while we're here, stretching one leg forward, giving those hamstrings a nice stretch. And then the other side, straight leg. Use the THERABAND to lean into that stretch. Well done. Back to kneeling again here. This time you're going to hold the THERABAND in both hands. Keep your elbows tucked in by your side and take your forearms out to the side, working through that rotator cuff in your shoulder blade. This is really good if you're sitting hunched over a lot, breastfeeding, getting really tight in that upper back from being slouched. So working those muscles around the shoulder blade, take your forearms out and in. Then placing the THERABAND under your knees, straight arms out to the side, working through those shoulders. So as little or as much tension on that band as you like. You can do this in kneeling or you can do it in standing with the THERABAND under your feet. So arm raises to the side, holding that belly in, try and keep nice even tension on the band. Next, the THERABAND's going to go around your feet and you're going to be in a seated position. Tension on the band, you're going to use that band to help you roll down and roll back up, using those abdominals one vertebra at a time. So keep your shoulders down, arms straight. Only do this if you're not got a tummy separation and if you are nice and smooth with your movements. If you're a bit jerky and you can't get up, you're probably not ready to do this one. But otherwise, roll down through your spine, scoop your belly in, and then control it slowly back up, using that band to help you. Lastly, tricep press. Holding the band behind your back with that arm still, you're going to press the other arm up and bend it back down. Even tension on the band. You can do this in sitting, kneeling, standing. Keep those shoulders down and working through the tricep. So nice, slow, controlled tricep presses. 10 to 15 on each side. The hand at the back stays still. The hand at the top is pressing. So when you've done 10 to 15 on each side, finish with a nice tricep stretch. Stretching through the back of the arm. And then finishing with a nice stretch forward to release through your back. Well done.